Hi guys, I'm back with another video. Today's video is going to be Lost Media Category 176. American Dog, partially found original version of Bolt, Disney, animated film 2007 to 2008. So this is going to be a different type of video. Something that I typically don't do, but just like last week, this was a suggestion by one of my Discord friends, and it is the same person that suggested me the same Lost Media that I did last week. So I would like to thank Shiro, aka Dante, for suggesting me this video. Now, like I said before in the other video, I would like to say sorry to him for this video taking so long to come out. He suggested me this Lost Media about 6 to 7 months ago, and I am sorry for that, but there has been a lot of good Lost Medias to come out within the past year, and I kind of needed to do those Lost Media videos first because there was a lot of good ideas and a lot of good Lost Medias to come out, so I had to do them before I did these suggestions. So yeah, but I would like to thank Shiro, aka Dante, for sharing this Lost Media with me. So this is partially found. American Dog was a Disney animated film written and directed by Chris Sanders, who also directed and written Disney's 2002 animated feature film Lilo and Stitch. That was due to release in 2007. However, due to production issues and Sanders reportedly refusing to listen to the advice given by Disney executives on how to fix the film, he left the film's production, and the film's concept later became realized in Disney's 2008 animated feature film Bolt. Plot: the protagonist of the film was a canine actor, Henry, who stars in his own show where he's a secret agent. Sanders describes the plot as follows. Henry, a famous TV dog, finds himself stranded in the Nevada desert, out in the world for the first time. Henry's tidy life of scripted triumph has come to an end, and his 2,000-mile trek through the real world is just the beginning. Henry would run into a giant radioactive rabbit named Mr. Buttons in the file name of the piece of concept art, and a cat with an eye patch named Spig in a piece of concept art who had access to a classic car. He would can them into helping him get home, all while learning how to interact with normal people and live throughout being served on hand and foot. John Travolta, Thomas Hayden Church, and Mario Cantone were rumored to be voices for the trio. According to the animator Daniel Chong, the cat and the rabbit would have lived in a gas station where they kept retirement savings in a giant dinosaur statue. According to artist Mike Gabriel in the book, They Drew as They Please, The Hidden Art of Disney's New Golden Age. During his travels, Henry would come across the Lady in Black, a circus performer from the 1930s who had done a fire act with a gorilla. She was now holed up in a mansion in the swamps of Georgia. A mutant Girl Scout named Ruth, or Ruthie, would have stalked the cat and rabbit at night. A sexy Vegas waitress named Joe Knight, a fez-wearing, knife-throwing gorilla, and cast of characters inspired by Ocean Elevens were also part of the film in the same way. According to an interview with Chris Sanders, Henry was bought at a kennel and grew up working on movie sets, so that's all he knows. And then when filming was finished, he would be put in a dark room and his life would be hold until the filming of the next episode. Once Henry gets roots in the real world, it seems to be the same for him, just without some yelling cut or action, and appears to be a bit duller. Because of this, Henry has a bravery born of ignorance, and he is driven to do things, but doesn't actually know how to do them. For example, Henry would go behind the wheel of a car, but can't actually drive. So a comedic scene of his awful driving skills causing horrible situation could potentially occur, and that's why he needs help of the cat and the rabbit. Availability. Ultimately, the film was considered too surreal and too bold by the executives at Disney. Sanders got kicked off the project in late 2006 and replaced by Chris Williams and Byron Howard, spurring Sanders to leave Disney entirely and later join DreamWorks Animation. According to the book Creativity Inc., Overcoming the Unseen Forces That Stand in the Way of True Inspiration, one of the largest plot elements that caused the reworking of the film was Ruthie. Somewhere along the way, the plot had also come to include a radioactive cookie-selling Girl Scout zombie serial killer. I'm all for quirky ideas, but this one had me memorized, which while we pride ourselves on always remaining open to new ideas, seemed to be tad too dark for a family film. Despite our misgivings, though, we decided to give the movie a chance to evolve. Finding a movie throughout the line always takes time, we told ourselves, but often, after 10 months of story, trust meetings, and very little improvement, we concluded that the only option was to restart the project. Another issue was trying to realize Henry's actions. Chris Sanders. It had a lot to do with rationalizing what his dog was. Can he drive a car or can he not? The answer was yes and no. He can make the car go, but no, he can't drive. That would become a sticky point in my mind. That was the idea, but that idea wasn't that weird. It was pretty simple. In other words, people's minds at the studio, it wasn't making sense. In an interview with Slash Film, John Lasseter also mentioned a lack of suspension of belief with the characters' film. Oh, definitely. What do you think the biggest change was in the direction that you took Bolt from what Sanders was doing, what it is today? John Lasseter, well, I think the part of it was focused on the believing immediately of the dog, and we could set it up so the audience can understand how the dog could believe that is all real. And so there's a little focus on kinds of making animals in the film feel a little bit more real animals. The film was so soon rewritten and became Bolt, which was released in 2008. Several of the animators from American Dog moved on to Bolt's production in honor of American Dog. Sanders reuses the eye patch-wearing cat who would become the character Mittens in the final film, as well as the rabbit in his webcomic Crepúsculo. Still, very little production material and artwork of American Dog has been released or leaked to the public, and all is known to currently exist of Bolt's original incarnation is test footage of the film shown at the SIGGRAPH 2005. There is also a bunch of concept art that I want to show off for the video, but there's just too much, so I can't really show all of it off. But there is a lot of concept art here, a lot of it. So I will link the description of this Lost Media Wiki article if you guys want to see all of the concept art, because there's a lot of it. A lot of concept art. I was surprised how much concept art there was for this video. And then there is also some footage from the Lost Media, but I'm not going to show it off due to copyright reasons. Once again, I would like to thank Shiro, aka Dante, for suggesting this Lost Media to me. And that is Lost Media category 176. American Dog, partially found original version of Bolt Disney animated film 2007 to 2008. And if you guys like this video, please don't forget to please like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace, period.